Welcome back to the Dawn of the Zeds second edition playthrough. We're about to begin turn 25. However, I made one error last time down here on the highway track when the Strength 8 Zeds defeated the civilians. I forgot to move the infection marker up when it was at 6, so it should be at 7. So now it's at 7. And with that little correction, now we're ready to begin turn 25. So we'll see what happens. Zeds popping out of hidden places. Hidden Zeds appear. Let's look at the RRR movement. We have no raiders yet. We do have the rangers, and I am tempted to... I think I'm actually going to move them back 2 spaces. I want to get them near the town center again. And we have refugee movement of 0, so they're not going anywhere. Now we have an outbreak on an 8+. Luckily for us, we are at 7, so we are not going to have an outbreak. And consume supplies on a 6+. That's not even close. And now it's the Z phase, and there's the special black text, and it says, at the beginning of the Z phase, make a fate draw. Select one non-start space on that track occupied by a player unit and conduct an immediate Zeds attack on the equal to column of the combat table, with normal shifts and infection effects. Your units suffer losses only and do not retreat. Well, that's not good. So let's make a fate draw. And we find out that this little shenanigan happens on the suburbs track. Well, looking here in the suburbs track, we have our sheriff. I don't think we want to do an equal attack on him. So these poor civilians here at East Irick are going to have to weather the storm. So let's do a roll for them on the equals table. Oh boy, things are going downhill rapidly. A 9 on the equals table, which means, well, there are invisible hidden attackers. They would have taken 1 damage. And our civilians actually take 2 hits, but they don't retreat anywhere because they just take the hits and suck it up. So they're flipped over to their strength 1 side. So that's a very weak defense down there now. And now we can look at the rest of the Fate card, and it says the News 12 helicopter is found. Well, this I think is good for us. It says hold this card, play during the action phase as a hero's move action. To move a hero unit from any track space to any other track does not apply to the tunnel track. Okay, well, we'll hang on to that. If we need to quickly move someone somewhere, we shall do that. And now we go back to the Hidden Zeds appeared card, and we look at the Zeds phase now, and special actions finished, so we are on to movement, which starts in the suburbs. Well, over here in the suburbs, we have a 6 strength with 2 hits, and it moves up here next to the sheriff, and that is it for the suburbs. And here is the nasty part of the business. Now we have movement in the tunnels. Well, this could get interesting. This Zed unit here is in the catacombs, and we shall see what happens to it. In the catacombs, rolls a 2, which is not good for me, because a 2 means it moves normally. It moves right into the security guard post with pickles. That's not good. And of course, we get a chaos marker. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about is I don't think the infection level rises. I'm going to rule that it rises if they eat pickles. They need to roll a 1 on the die. Otherwise, pickles can coexist peacefully with them. He just kind of hangs around there and hides out. Well, our first hero, Pickles the dog, becomes a crunchy snack for the Zeds, and we will say goodbye to Pickles. And because of that, and maybe this is incorrect, we'll fix it next time, I'm going to increase the infection level to 8 because there was interaction between one of our heroes. And, oh, I'm supposed to roll on the triple table for Pickles, but the triple table, the lowest damage Pickles can take is 2 hits, even if I rolled Snake Eyes. So there's kind of no point rolling at all. And Pickles only has 1 hit, so he is gone. Okay, and that was this Strength 4 unit. Now we have the Strength 10 Dread Zeds, sorry. I wish they were dead. And they are not going to pass through the tunnel track because there's not 2 fewer on the highway. and he is just going to move right up into this catacomb space. So we're just having a wonderful time here in Farmingdale, losing our best forager. Wow, that just sucks. Anyway, we get an entire 2 actions. Okay, with our 2 actions, boy, and our ammo situation looking very bad. The sheriff, hearing over his little walkie-talkie that Pickles has been consumed, is going to shoot at this Zed unit out of pure frustration and hostility, and rolls a 7 on the 6 table. So our ammo goes down by 1. A 7 on the 6 table gives us 3 hits, and this is going to flip this guy over. So 1 hit flips it over to the weakened side. He's now 4, and he gets 2 extra hits, and he has to retreat because the sheriff uses the super weapon. So not quite total revenge for Pickles, but pretty close. I have 1 more action to do, and wow, this is just pretty sad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these Green Diamond security guards shoot at these Zed units, the ones that are busy snacking on Pickles' remains. And they are a strength 4, so with the super weapon it's going to make them a strength 5. So let's do that. A 9, our ammunition goes to 0. And a 9 on the 5 table is 3 hits, way more than enough to just destroy this Zed unit that ate our poor German Shepherd. Okay, away it goes to the body bag, probably to appear again later. So that was our 2 actions. We're completely out of ammunition, and I think there's really not much else to do except maybe wipe a few tears off my eyes for having lost Pickles. That's pretty sad, but that's the way this game goes. Join me next time for turn 26.